You don't like now? Just say hi, we're just waiting for you to log on.
Nobody's on yet. One person.
There is something really wrong with you. Apparently he's been called Bertie, the chicken.
Yeah, Yasmin says Assalamu alaikum, Bertie.
Assalamu alaikum, Yasmin. Stop looking into his eye.
Everyone's alright?
Hello! Hi everybody! Seb has got his chicken sticking out. Are you quite happy there? Something wrong with you, there really is something wrong with you. Stop it. What are you making him do?
Pecking your head.
Is that what he's doing? I'm going to watch this later and probably not go afterwards. He actually is, because I can see the reflection in the back of the phone, which is very worrying actually. Right, are we ready to go, people? I think Seb just likes playing with chicken, doesn't he, really?
Alright, I think we're ready to start. Okay, what are you doing today?
Right, hi everybody! Right, today we are going to do sort of a Tarka daal, because we've done a lot of chicken and meat dishes recently. So we thought we'll do something nice and yummy, which is Tarka daal. Which is, we've done lentils before, so we thought we'd up the game a little bit and use a couple of different types of dal. We'll also do some, we've done naans before, I'm going to do the naan dough again. But we're going to fill it with some peshwari, with some coconuts and some sultanas and stuff, make some nice yummy peshwari naans. And because Seb thinks peshwari naans are a dessert, we're also going to do garlic naans. You do, don't you? And also my kids' favourite Millie's cookies. So I think they're quite happy about that as well. So the kettle's boiled, so what we're going to do, so just boiling a kettle while I was talking to you. Can you move the chicken? Do not bring him into the conversation again, Seb. Right, so I did say to whoever's cooking along to soak your daals. So I've got in here the toor daal and the moong daal soaked overnight. So I've done 3/4 cup of each. Because get the chicken out of the picture now. Stop it. So I've done 3/4 cup of moong daal and 3/4 cup of toor daal, and I've got 1 cup of lentils here. Okay, that doesn't need soaking, and I'm not going to put that in at the beginning because lentils takes about 20 minutes to cook, so it doesn't need that long. So this is going to get washed and put straight into the pan and get that started cooking. These take about 45 minutes to an hour to cook.
Dean, hello Dean.
So Dean, we're doing the Tarka daal. So we've got 2 types of dal in here, the moong daal and the toor daal. You could use chana daal, so that's 3/4 cup of each. I'm going to just wash them. Are you going to just entertain everybody with chicken today? Oh my lord, this is not going to be serious, is it? Stop it. Okay. So I'm just washing off the dal.
How long has that been?
I soaked this overnight. You can do minimum 2 hours.
What type of dal is that?
Okay, right, apart from the fact that half it's rolling down the sink. This is toor daal. I said to you this is supposed to be really nice in China. Don't forget, my sources are the Bengali girls, and they're very up on their knowledge on what's the best dal for this sort of stuff. But you can use chana daal. I have used chana daal in the past for this. And I've got moong daal here as well, which is going to walk around. I'll show you now. So I've got 2 dals in here. And I said my 3rd dal will be the lentil one, just because I've got tons of lentils, to be honest. So I'm not going to cook that yet. That will get cooked probably in about half an hour or so, because this takes, what, 20 minutes? So let's get the main dal on. Let's get that. I'm going to put that on the back gas. I've got 2 pans here. And the reason being...
One.
Right, there's a reason for this. Right. Stop it! I'm going to chuck chicken out in the bin, I swear, in a minute. Right.
I didn't think you were doing chicken.
Stop it. Right, so the daal's going on. Right, okay. The front gas will be for the tarka part. And what we'll tend to do is, once this is cooked, it'll go into the tarka, which is why they're kind of like big pans, okay? So to cook the daal, I'm going to put some, only thing, salt. Traditionally it's just salt and turmeric. So I'm going to put a level tablespoon of salt in just to start it off. Because I've got quite a lot of daal. This will feed, don't forget the lentils are also going to go into it. So this will feed easily about 8-10 people, if not more. Daal always bulks up in volume. And the other thing you put in, usually, is turmeric. So they're the 2 things, salt and turmeric are the 2 things that you start cooking with. So I'm going to do about 3/4 tablespoon, because don't forget that's a lot. You just use about 1/2 tablespoon. Don't need more than that really. Because most people are told to do 1/2 cup of each. But I am doing extra because you know me, we feed a lot of people here.
This is quite popular in these because it's the cheapest. It's probably the cheapest curry.
Right. Everybody knows me with my bay leaf, so I know that traditionally you don't put bay leaves in, but I can't help myself. I do like my bay leaves, so I'm going to put in 1, 2, 3 bay leaves.
Right, do you take them out at the end?
Yes, will you stop that chicken? I swear to God, it's going to get lashed. Right, okay. So that started cooking. Okay, which is good. I'm going to put some extra water in the kettle, just in case I need it. Always useful. Okay.
So we boil it with...
So starting with that. So while that's going on, we'll get some cooking. I've got the oven on already. Okay. So we put the oven on already. So we're going to just start with the cookies because it's nice and easy. I didn't want to do a cake today. Although somehow I have made a cake last night. So I've got the butter. 125 grams of butter inside my bowl. Okay. And you've got 125 grams of sugar, white sugar, and so surprisingly I managed to find light brown sugar, which is very difficult to get hold of here. So I've got 100 grams of light brown sugar just going in. That'll make it fudgy. You kind of do need a bit of light brown sugar in this because you want it to be soft and fudgy.
Wait, what you mean 125 grams of butter?
Yes, 100 grams of the light brown sugar and 125 grams of the brown and white sugar.
Right.
Okay, I have plugged it in. Let's get that plugged in. Let's go. Look, watch, get on that. Ow. Do you know what, I've just realised, sorry, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. I forgot to do my naan dough and that needs to be done first. We'll come back to the cookies in a second, everybody. I was trying to get the cookies in the oven, but because we need to make naan dough first, really, because the daal's boiling and the naan will be cooked at the end and we need to get that going. And it's nice and hot here, so this will rise very, very quickly. So you've all done this before. So you've got 800 grams of flour. I've got plain flour. You can use a combination of self-raising and plain. It doesn't really matter. It just makes it fluffy and self-raising. So I'm going to bung that in the microwave. It's in a mug of milk. Bung it in the microwave for about 1 minute. I need a bit extra, but let's start that off. It's just to warm it up.
Who is the owner of Bertie?
It's actually your birthday. It was actually a birthday present for Zeb for his 50th birthday from your sister or your nephew. I can't remember.
I own him, but he's kind of a free spirit. Don't really own him. So he comes and goes as he pleases.
As he pleases, is that right?
Okay, so what we're making?
Okay, so we're doing the naans first. Let's see if we concentrate. I forgot about this. Right, so we've got flour in. 800 grams. I weighed 800 grams.
800 grams. So
it's kind of like a teaspoon of salt, but salt. I'm going to put a tiny bit of salt and yeast don't like each other, so kind of like put the flour over it and hide the salt.
Oh, there's a top tip.
You don't want the salt and the yeast to come in direct contact because they fight each other and your naan dough won't rise. Okay, that's really important.
Top tip, everyone.
Yeah, okay. Right, so the milk, it should be lukewarm. This is like about 250, 300 mils of milk. So I'm going to put yeast inside it. About a good tablespoon of yeast. So I think so. Let that soak in there. Okay, let that just give that a couple of seconds. Okay. So what else needs to go in here? So into here is sugar. I've got 1.5 tablespoon, about a tablespoon and a bit of sugar, because that's going to activate the yeast. Okay.
Somebody doesn't believe I'm 50. That's right. I'm not actually 50.
Who's that? Who said that? Who said that?
110.
Who said that? Who doesn't believe it?
You mean Tarka?
You mean he's like 75 really. Okay, let's not lie about this. I'm 50 next year, for God's sake, come on please. Come on, so it's about a good, heaped tablespoon of your Nigella seeds. Nigella seeds, onion seeds, whatever you want to call them.
Look, hands up, who thinks this is a 50-year-old woman standing in front of me?
Me. Right, so, yoghurt. So about 3 to 4 tablespoons of yoghurt. We're probably going to put most of this in actually. Yoghurt is excellent in a dough. Right, I've only got about a tablespoon left, so I'm not going to waste this. It's just
how much
should you
put in? How much?
About 4 to 5 tablespoons. I just want to finish my yoghurt tub off.
Can you use Greek?
Yeah, you can. I think the original recipe was Greek, but I find Greek too thick sometimes.
Where did you get a bucket of yeast?
Do you know what? In the Arab shops on Lodge Lane. Whoever knows Liverpool will know Lodge Lane. It's in one of the Arab shops down Lodge Lane. An egg.
Yasmin says, don't believe it. Don't believe UFOs, ghosts.
UFOs.
Don't believe in UFOs?
Don't know.
Ghosts?
I'll read that later. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, she doesn't believe you're 50, 35.
Right, okay, so, bugger that. Right, we've got oil. We need some oil into this as well. So you've got your wet ingredients, so your egg, yoghurt. We need about roughly 4 tablespoons of oil, give or take. 3, 4. Okay?
Yeah, the oil's in. 4 tablespoons.
About 4 tablespoons of oil. Okay? So now the yeast is going to go, the milk is going to go.
How many naans will this make?
This makes about 8 to 10 naans, depending on how big or small you make them. It's about 8 to 10. Or small. I've actually made another naan dough. And I'll show you in a minute why. Okay, so we're going to need that. Right, so we're going to put the milk in. I've got some extra milk because sometimes it could be wet or dry, so I think this should just be enough. So the yeast is starting to froth away there. So I'm going to put that inside. So I'm quite excited about peshwari naans, I really, really am. Oh, so good. Right. Let's get that all mixed in, get your egg mixed out. If I remember rightly, it should just be enough. But I always have an extra ready.
It should rise quite quickly because
of the
heat. It's
really hot here. It's about 25 degrees in Liverpool. And I think a lot of people, this is probably one of the reasons why I've done it this morning, because a lot of people are doing barbecues this afternoon. And a lot of people are going to the beach and stuff like that.
Wow. Who's enjoying the weather here?
So we open that. Let's try to get that lid open. Just opening some extra milk. Okay. Right, I'm just getting it's a little bit wet, dry, so just a tiny splash of milk. Cold milk directly in my hand. Okay. You want it to be a soft mix. Don't forget, naan should not be a firm mix. It should be a soft dough.
Now, could you put chili flakes in this now?
You can, Zeb. I know Zeb's obsessed with chili flakes in his naans. Look, you're getting garlic naans later, so stop crying. We're doing 2 types of naans today. We are doing peshwari and garlic naans. And I'm going to do them half under the tawa and half under the grill this time.
Is the beach in lockdown? I'm not
sure, actually. No. The beaches are quite full at the moment. No, they're very full.
Watch out for the jellyfish.
Oh, God, do you remember the kids last time? I'm just going to
yeah,
my hands.
Here's a funny story.
What's the funny story? God.
Fawzia took our boys to the beach and their friends. Three quarters of them came back with jellyfish stings.
In tears.
And they were crying. So I said, you know, the quickest way to neutralise the sting is...
Pee on them.
Well, you can urinate over it, which is not happening. Or you can just use vinegar. So when they got home, for the first time in history, Fawzia had lent somebody the vinegar.
Who was it? Salma took the vinegar that day. I don't know why she needed it. I remember. Or Sarah, somebody had.
Who borrows vinegar?
Sarah, because she was making vegan cakes and you need vinegar in vegan cakes.
Shro's here. Our cat has returned after
Has he turned up?
600 days of absence. Here he is.
Oh God!
I'm gonna have to
No,
feed
you're
him in a
not.
second.
You know you're not. You just stay right there. Stop it. He's just coming to get attention off you. Right. Okay. So remember the cling film. What I'm going to do is just dab a little bit of oil because this will rise quite high, so the dough doesn't stick to it. Right. Okay. So that's done. Ready? But look here. Right, I'll show you something. I made the same dough about an hour ago because I do need a lot of naans today. And also these naans freeze really well, so even if I don't use them, you will, they're easy to freeze and take out whenever I'm put in the oven. Do not put them in the fridge overnight, put them straight in the freezer. So that's doubled up the size, that's within the hour. Okay, so, but I'll be using them both of them anyway today, so it doesn't matter. I just wanted to make sure I had enough.
You need more milk.
No, let's get that out of the way.
Our cat's outside, but he hasn't come in yet.
Okay. Right, we're going to go back to the cookie. Okay, so we've done the dough, okay, which needs to rise. Okay, we're going back to cookies. So in here we had 125 grams of butter. It can't be Marge, this is proper fudgy brownies. You want proper butter.
He's here.
Right, I'm going to have to talk because Seb is going to be distracted with the cat.
I'm just going to feed him very quickly.
Where he's facing, Seb, to be honest.
Hang on, just hold it there.
Oh my lord. He's run off to feed the cat. Right, so we've got 125 grams of butter, 125 grams of white sugar and 100 grams of brown sugar. But you do need to use like brown sugar or the version where you put the dark treacle into it, sort of thing, because it's going to be like a fudgy, the Millie's cookies, soft cookies. So you do want to have it, it's kind of like a mini brownie in effect, sort of thing. So I'm going to put the blender back on. Honestly, I don't know where I'm filming, so I'm going to put the blender back on here. Just wait for Mr. Charlie to come back. I'm going to wait for him.
Thank you.
Get ahead.
Oh, he disappears for about 3-4 days.
Right, we need 1 egg inside here as well. So that's what my egg out. So we're going to mix 1 egg. You are supposed to put it into a separate bowl, I apologise, but it's just right next to me. Right, and I'm just going to scrape the sides down because this blender does like you to scrape it right down. So yeah, don't use flour or margarine, don't use any margarine in this, otherwise it's not worth making it. It's got to have that buttery-ness. Okay. Today's quite an easy one, I think, actually.
Your lentils should be boiling away now.
So what we're going to add next is 225 grams of self-raising flour, okay, and like a teaspoon of salt. I'll put a little bit of salt in it. Now, just a pinch of salt. So a teaspoon of salt, it does say. Very level, because you will taste the salt, so I'm going to put a little bit only.
Lots of new people on. Silvana Felice.
Okay. Hi everybody. Please join in the comments, ask any questions you need to ask. So we've got flour in now. It does say vanilla. I don't even have vanilla in because I very rarely use it. So I'm going to give it a little bit of flavour. So if you've got vanilla, put your vanilla in now. But I use these very random icing sugars which are flavoured. I like putting these in. It's been going into my red velvet cupcakes and cakes this week for Eid. So I've got literally about a tablespoon or so left in there.
What is it?
It's just flavoured icing sugar and it's quite a strong flavour. This one's raspberry ripple. It's really nice actually. So
perfect for
sugar and crumbs. You get them online.
Sugar and crumbs. Perfect for buttercream meringue.
Yeah, but it just gives a nice flavouring. Because I haven't got vanilla, I'm going to throw literally about a tablespoon of this in. And you know what? You don't need a lot of this. It's a very strong flavour. But it really just lifts up stuff.
I said it's perfect for drizzle.
Yeah, it can be.
So when it's raining. Jesus.
Right, I'm gonna put the blender down. Okay. Come on, come together. Okay. You don't really need a lot of this, don't forget. And then let's bring it all together. Quite fudgy. Now, if it was Bilal had his way. That half of that flour will be cocoa powder, but I've told him he's got to have this today. So he's got to have.
So yeah, Fozzie just used the bluntest knife in the world again.
Right, so we're struggling to get hold of milk chocolate chips, so they say you could use dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate. We've got 3 packets of white chocolate chips, so I'm going to bung in about 100 grams of white chocolate chip. You can get them from anywhere, literally, Home Garden, Asda, or whatever.
What if you just use milk chocolate Galaxy bar or something like that?
You know what?
Yeah,
you can, but they tend to melt out. These hold shape. So there's a difference in them. We're doing the cookie. Okay.
Tava said she likes the raspberry ripple flavour because it tastes like ice cream.
It does, indeed it does.
And today's perfect weather for ice cream.
Well, I was looking up before, ice cream cookies. We could put ice cream between 2 of these cookies and have ice cream cookies. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think
that'd be good, wouldn't it?
The boys would
That would be
like
really good.
So it should look like a fudge dough.
Right, let's have a look. Let's bring it together. Quite a thick paste. And that's what you want. Okay. Okay, that's it. It's brought together now. So what we're going to do is come over to our baking trays over this side.
Yasmin is from France. She's, where did you get the raspberry ripple from?
It's online, sugar and crumbs.
You won't be able to find it in France?
No, online. It's online.
What? Where? Oh, just tap in.
It's called sugar and crumbs.
Just tap in sugar and crumbs.
I'll post up a picture later, tell her. So I'll post a picture. Sam, you come over this way. I'll post a picture later on. Okay? So I've got 2 sheets here. But you can get loads of different flavours as well. That's my favourite flavour. So you need about a golf ball size. Literally, put it down. These will take about, 8-10 minutes, no more than that. You really just have to keep an eye on them, okay? So space them out, they do spread out because it's self-raising flour. Don't forget.
So you're making like a burger?
This will spread out quite a bit. Actually, they're quite big, actually, these ones. I might actually make them a bit smaller.
Yeah.
Should I make them a bit smaller because they're going to spread out. They'll spread out. And you can make cookie ice cream, cookies with ice cream inside it. It's nice hot weather that we've got here.
Or just eat ice cream.
Or just eat ice cream, that's true. Now normally if you had chocolate chip milk, the dark chocolate chip, you'd see them all coming through. But it's fine, it's what it is. So these are just going to go in the oven. And they'll be done very shortly.
8 minutes. 8 minutes?
8 to 10 minutes, no more than that, because they'll go flat. You want the edges just to crisp slightly. Don't overcook them. Really keep an eye on them because you want them to be fudgy in the middle. One spoon's gone flying. A hand.
So Fozzie's got 12 there.
Yeah, there's probably just, I'm going to put just, you probably get one more, but I'm just going to add it onto here. So it's maybe about 12. I'm going to make them bigger because I just don't want to, literally, and that's the scraping off the bottom.
Right, so we got 12 large ones out of that.
12 out of that.
These are Bilal's huge cookies.
Okay.
They do get quite large.
Let's put those in the oven as It's 12 o'clock here on the nose, so really got to keep an eye on them. Okay? And the trays going in the
Right,
oven.
what gas mark?
180, regular 180.
180.
Yeah, and probably take the top one out and I'll change it around to the bottom because my top and bottom work at different paces. Let's get that out of the sink. Right, we're going to go back to our curry. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Okay.
Right, that daal's been bubbling away.
That's fine. Okay, let's have a look here. So it's just cooking away nicely. Okay. Doesn't need more. It doesn't need more water yet. It's still half cooked. Yes, I'm going to let them keep going. But we'll start with the tarka. So the idea of this is just to give, basically it's your curry base mostly. It is actually your curry base. Okay. So we're going to start with some in a bigger pan. I said because I'm going to tip that into there. Don't forget afterwards. I've got about 2.5 onions here. If you're using just a half cup and half cup and half cup of each dal, you probably just need 2 onions. But I've got a little bit extra. So start with the onion base basically. Okay. We'll need some oil.
How much oil?
Okay, so what have we got in here? I'm going to add some ghee to be honest as well because tarka dal should have ghee inside it. So it's about 450 in there. It's enough to cover it, don't forget, and I am going to add, it's gone down to about 250, about 200. But the other day, I did spend my time making my favourite ghee, homemade ghee.
But if somebody hasn't got ghee, what are you doing?
Yeah, just add oil, it's okay, but butter. It's kind of like, it's supposed to be rich, so a bit of butter then is fine. I did say butter. So you just get a couple of scoops of butter into it and balance it. This is all about the flavour today. This is what's going to make the flavour. Okay, so I've got 2 big spoons in there. Right.
So there it is melting away.
Right.
Can you use red onion?
Don't see why not. It just will be sweeter and you won't probably allow it gas if you want to burn too quickly. So you get that going.
I want shallots.
Should have put some cardamom in. Shall I go traditional? Oh, do you know what? I forgot to fry. Oh, God. You're supposed to. I'll do in a separate frying pan because I'm supposed to run this. Right, you are supposed to. I'm going to take this right off. I'm going to tip into it.
So, Posey has forgotten an element.
Yeah, because I don't normally use it to be honest, that's why.
Use what?
This. So you start off, before you put the onions in the same pan, you put a couple of tablespoons of cumin seeds, whole cumin seeds.
You're going to fry them?
Yeah, dry fry. That's what I did before the oil went in.
So dry.
Yeah, so you need about a tablespoon really if you're using a smaller amount.
You mean dry cook?
Dry cook and a little bit of oil in a second.
So we're not frying them?
No, we are, in a minute we will. Let's just get them popping. Same with mustard seeds, I've got whole mustard seeds. Okay, about a tablespoon of mustard seeds as well. Going back and forth, so I apologise. I don't normally do this, but that's for normal curries, that's
say
fine.
sorry to everyone.
Shut up, you. You just see some, they just pick something that's straight up. Okay, I can smell that going a little bit, so I'm going to put a little bit of oil in and let the mustard seeds pop, is the word.
So we're frying the seeds off.
Yep.
Yeah, Fozzy's going to apologise if she broke down lockdown rules, like Mr. Cummings. I'm really sorry.
I'm so sorry I didn't start with the cumin and the mustard. Right, the whole idea is to get the mustard seeds popping. You see them changing colour slightly, and the cumin seeds to release the flavour. Okay, that's the whole idea. Now, when you make this dal, you are supposed to kind of like stir it to make it like a smooth paste. But once I put the Tarka in, I will use a hand blender because I don't like that much seeds in my food, and it kind of like breaks it down for me anyway. So you'll see what I mean afterwards. Right, now I can hear it popping. Can you hear it popping? You can see them popping actually. Right, now I'm going to add that to this onion. Okay. now we're on track. Okay. So now we have the cumin, mustard seeds. I'm going to say poppy seeds.
You can really smell that now.
I was going to say poppy seeds. No, mustard seeds, onions, oil, and ghee. Okay.
Back in the medieval era, 1400s, bread was made from poppy seed flour. Did you know that? And the poppy seeds are a species of opium plant.
I'm going to use this frying pan later, so let's just put that.
Which would explain why there were so many wars during that period of time, because everybody was so high.
I'm going to wash the lentils. Now I'm going to add it to that dal, okay?
Right, so these are washed?
No, they're not washed. I'm going to wash them now, so I'm going to add red lentils. So this is about a cup of red lentils. Get them washed. Okay? If you don't wash them, you're going to end up with a lot of scum on top of your curry. It's horrible, so you do need to get rid of the extra starch.
Sometimes you can find stones in there.
Yeah, you're right. In the olden days, my mum used to sit there and make us pick stones out of dal and lie them lying.
I remember that.
Yeah, because they weren't as clean. Put it on trays and we used to pick out all the little bits. In the olden days, it's like in the 70s or the 80s, it's like in the olden days, back in the day. Right, okay, need to go back to the cooker. I'm going to add the dal. So my third dal has gone in. I said if you're using chana, you put that at the beginning, so it just depends what you're using. Okay.
This is not vegan, is it? Because we used butter.
Technically it isn't vegan, but I know some vegans will use it because you clarify the butter. I've clarified it so it's ghee. You could use coconut butter, to be honest, if you want to, be completely vegan, you could do that. And you can just omit butter altogether and just use olive oil. It's fine, it's all good. Whatever you choose to do.
Plant lives matter as well, you know.
Start. Look what I've got to put up. Well, can you just show them this line that you put up? Mr. Chowdhury decided to go very Asian and put a clothesline across my dining table outside. And I'm very amused by it. I'm trying to do a barbecue and he's got this clothesline hanging around. What can I do?
Well, use the summer sunshine.
Oh, right, chillies. Let's talk about the chillies. Remember I posted a picture about chillies? Right, the bigger they are, don't forget.
Is that jalapeno?
No, it's another chilli. But it's very mild. Okay, so I'm going to put that in my dal at the back. And my little chunky chillies that you know that I like. So they're
actually, there's a relationship between
it's the size, yeah.
chilli and scorpions.
Oh God, here we go.
If you get bitten by a scorpion, if it's a really big one,
not too bad. They're all going in.
If it's the small one, you're in trouble. Like the small chilli, if you were to eat that, you're in trouble.
I'm going to put 2 or 3. Don't forget I'm making a lot. And I like my dal a little bit spicy. And I know Seb's not eating this, by the way, so he'll live. He's not a dal person, are you? You're not a peshwari naan person and you're not a dal person. What am I supposed to do with you? So the chilies have gone into my dal.
Yasmin agrees, the clothes dry quicker on the line. Well, yeah.
You've ruined my scenery, that's what the point.
Well, you're not going to put radiators on at 28 degrees.
Okay, some ginger inside the onions. Let's get some ginger in there. Okay.
Grating
some ginger. I'm going to put a lot in because I do like my ginger. Let's get the ginger going.
Actually, you did put the radiators on yesterday.
I didn't. You've got an automatic setting. You can't blame me for that. You put an automatic setting on which we can't change. And it woke up and the house was at 25 degrees on the radiator, wasn't it? Quite hot. I was at work. I didn't know. It's got nothing to do with me. Stop it.
I think Shro's just left again. You didn't even have a chance to feed him. And does anyone know why your cat will disappear for 3-4 days?
And then comes back and says hi.
And, well, he doesn't. He's not very affectionate anymore. He isn't.
Seb wants me to get new kittens, by the way, and the kids do. But I told them they have to clear the cat litter. And nobody's budging on that. They said, I'm not doing it. So we're debating this at the moment. That was a good inch or so, but me being me, I'm going to throw a bit extra in because I like the flavour. So it's like a good inch, so it's a little bit extra going in. It's been a nice gingery and garlicky curry today.
Yasmin says he's probably met another cat.
Oh, or he's been catnapped.
No, no. He won't eat it. He eats here when he's desperate.
Oh,
but he's not starving.
Right, so I've got a lot of ginger in there. I decided to put a lot in because I wanted it. Right, okay. The other thing I've got here, you know I like my coriander stalks in my curry. And we're going to use coriander on the garlic naan, and I'll probably use a bit of coriander.
Oh, there he is. He's wandering off.
So, I'm just going to use this as a smaller bunch, but it's quite a chunky bunch. So,
yeah, I can't just run off.
You stop watching him. It's just completely...
So you're going to wash it?
Yeah, and then we're going to do... Getting a big knife.
I was actually asking you this.
What?
I was thinking that myself. How long are you going to put the cookies in for?
10 minutes, you just reminded me. Okay, no, they're still okay. In a little bit longer. They're about 10 minutes or so. They're literally... Just have a
you can smell the raspberry.
You can smell the raspberry. Can't you, from it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look.
So they'll start spreading out.
That side has gone brown, so I'm going to turn my tray around and give it about 2 more minutes. Everybody keep an eye on the clock for me. 2 more minutes. Let's turn it around. Okay. Right.
So
thank you.
You're looking at 10 minutes really, aren't you?
Yeah, 10, 12 minutes that was. There's about 10 minutes already in there. Right, so the stalky bit is going into the onions. You know I like my flavour of stalks. All the flavours in the stalk, so it has to go in.
Stalks.
I'm sure traditional Tarka doesn't have this, but I'm going to put it in because I like it.
Do you remember when, talking of stalks, do you remember when Stalk SB Margarine were doing a competition? It's like, you answered some question. It was an easy one, but in order to make it easy for the judges to work out who would be the winner, they asked a question and said, I like Stalk Margarine because...
Yeah.
And Fozia entered the competition and she wrote, I like Stalk Margarine because I've only got one leg.
There is something wrong with you. Oh my lord. Right, I'm just putting that in the bowl there because we'll probably use that later on.
Everyone, you'll have to look at the logo to understand that joke.
Right, I'm going to put a little bit more water in my dal, by the way. It's nearly cooked. Okay? Now, still need a bit more cooking time. Give it time to cook.
She also added, P.S.
Right,
I've enclosed the fibre.
what are you lying about now? Right, okay, so when you do a delicate, okay, I'm going to keep an eye on your cookies ready before I get this done.
Yeah, yeah. So this, it's okay to keep this cooking away and boiling up?
Oh, no, just smash that one.
Suppose you just killed one with her thumb.
So matter with you. Right, okay, so I'm going to put, I've actually got about 3 bulbs of garlic here. I'm not going to use it all in the curry. Some of it is going to be for the garlic naans.
Did you win the Stalk SB competition?
Shut up, you two.
She got margarine for a year.
Something wrong with him, I swear to God. Do you know what? People actually believe what he says, which is really worrying. They do, and that's like the worryingest part. People actually do. Lie to people because they believe it.
So what are you doing now?
Chopping up. Best invention since sliced bread is for chopper. Okay. So I've got about 3 bullets in. I'm not using it all. I'm going to use about 2/3 because I like the garlic and the curry, you know I do. But I'm going to leave some of this is going to be left for the garlic tarka later on. Okay?
What was life like before sliced bread?
I didn't like it, just cut it up or use your fingers, whatever it was. Okay. Right, so when you're doing a tarka, just stay conscious of this. I don't want to start it, put everything in, and then continue your thing.
Okay. Cookies.
Right, you literally just got to let that cool
They're
down.
done, aren't they?
Yeah.
The smell of the raspberry ripple is very strong.
Strong.
I'd recommend using that in everything.
Let that work 5 minutes and it'll go flatter. Right, these are another 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to put those in 4 minutes.
Your friend Lisa says good afternoon.
Hi, Lise. Right, so I'm going to put those out of the way. Okay, so what I was trying to say was...
Are your cookies done?
The first batch is done, the other one's got a couple of more minutes to go. Right, okay, so this is nicely browning the onions.
So your cookies, if anyone's cooking along, they should be done now.
Keep an eye on your cookies. So, garlic. I said I'm putting a lot because I think the Tarka kind of like takes away the flavour of the tomatoes and that's so you do need a lot, I reckon. Some of it's going to go through.
Uma.
Is Uma woken up?
Uma.
Uma's my brother for those who don't know. Just say hello, Uma.
Uma in French is pronounced Uma.
Right, okay, so because garlic's gone in, you need garlic with brown pepper. I'm just going to lower the heat a little bit.
Yasmin says 2 more left for mine.
2 more minutes, maybe 2 minutes.
Minuit.
Okay, right, I'm just put the gas low just so I can work on this. Okay, so now you need to add a little bit to it. I'm not going to add too much salt because there's salt in the curry. So, and I'll check the seasoning afterwards. So I'm only going to put like about half a tablespoon of salt, if that. I'm not going to put a lot in yet because we can check afterwards and always check your seasoning afterwards. Chilli powder. Okay, now again you've got green chilies in there, so I'm not going to put a lot in. Okay,
so not too much chili powder. This is not...
probably about a third, maybe quarter to a third of a teaspoon, tablespoon even. So just a lot because you've got green chilies in there as well.
Yeah, this is not. It's not a vindaloo, Uma.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then I'm going to add my ground coriander and ground cumin. Okay. This is ground coriander. I'll put it side down. Coriander. So I'm going to add a good tablespoon. I like masalas, so a good tablespoon of ground coriander.
Why do you need to put ground coriander in when you use the fresh?
Different flavour, completely. It's a different sensation.
So that's ground from the seeds?
Yeah. Dried it out and ground it.
Uma says, where's salmon?
And I'm going to use my whole garam, the packet garam masala. Use the whole garam masala at the end still. Packet garam masala. I'm going to put a little bit. This is okay. I've not put turmeric in it, and I've actually kind of like avoided the curry powder because no recipe says it at all that I like the curry powder. I was itching to put it in. And if you notice, I didn't put any cinnamon stick or cloves in, and I was dying to. Right, the next thing, because that'll burn quite quickly, is put your tomatoes in.
How many?
I've got 7 tomatoes because I'm doing quite a lot of curry, so I'd say about 4 to 6. Well, I've got 7 here. Because you don't want the thing to cook.
Is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable?
I've got my quiz stuff, you know.
Hang on, I'll ask everyone here. Is tomato fruit or a vegetable? Oh, we've stumped Fozia. She's having a bit of trouble thinking on that one.
What, fruit? Talking to me, fruit?
Yasmin says fruit.
I say fruit.
Fozia says fruit. Lisa says seriously.
That will be Lisa. Thanks, Lisa.
Or if you're from Italy, you say fruit. Fruit. Yeah. It's got all the qualities. It's got all the aspects of a fruit. Most people will still say it's a vegetable because if you go to Asda, where do you find it? Supermarkets. It's always in the vegetable racks.
Right, let me just check my second batch of cookies.
Almost says veg.
Okay, yeah, we go.
Right, everyone's cookies should be done now, look.
Right, well, if you look at the first batch, I'm going to just come back again. So, as you let them rest, they flatten down really nicely.
Yeah.
So I think, so they're a little bit rise there. But as you leave them to rest, and don't, even then, I'd still give them about a good 20 minutes or so, and let them set, and then they're nice. Okay, we'll have a little look at them at the end. Don't mess with them yet.
The kids are going to like this.
Okay.
What other flavours can you get in that crumb?
No, usually traditionally the kids use
sugar and crumb.
Oh, there's loads of flavours. There's lemon. There's loads of done that.
They come in useful now.
Yeah.
Almost. Suppose you almost just called me a fruit. Where's your
This one. There. I've got one here.
Yeah, you'll need that.
Okay, so while we wait for the things to happen, so you've got to let that cook a little bit. Let both of those two cook. What?
Almost just used a colloquialism for food. Until moving to Liverpool.
Scran.
Yeah, until not living in Liverpool, I didn't realise the word scran existed.
You said that. There's me scran. You say that. I'm just going to put the lid on top of that because it'll let the tomatoes cook. Steam the tomatoes down. Come on, we need to get the juices out. Okay, on high gas. Let the juices out. Right. And what I'm going to show you is...
Have you ever used the word scran?
It's peshwari naan filling. Okay, it's very important.
What's happening with that?
It's just cooking still. Let's have a look.
So that's taking quite a long time.
Yeah, that's why we started off. It's been 40 minutes. This has been on. Well, just under. It does take about an hour because these daals are quite thick daals. Not the lentil, but the other two do take time.
So the red one's about 20 minutes.
It's actually getting there quite nicely, actually. Okay. I'm still going to add a little bit more water to that. Okay. Right.
Scran.
So while we're waiting for that to happen, okay.
Fozzia's going to make dessert.
I'm not going to make dessert. I'm going to make the paste for the peshwari naan. Okay, so I've got ground almonds. Okay.
This is a dessert, really.
It isn't a dessert. Stop it.
A sweet bread with curry. I prefer.
So I'm going to listen. Concentrate. So I'm going to make about. I think I made 5 or 6 peshwari naans with this amount of mix.
Right.
So this depends on how many peshwari naans you want to make. So I've got about 4 tablespoons. Yeah,
Can you make the dal in a pressure cooker?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah, no. I've seen online many people do the dal in pressure cooker. Yeah, I think it's 4 turns or 4 something, whatever it is. But yeah, dal can be cooked in a pressure cooker.
David Stevens has signed in. Hello, David.
That's Dawn's dad. I'm sure it's Dawn's dad. I may be wrong, but I'm sure it's Dawn's dad. Hello, Dawn's dad, if it is Dawn's dad. Okay, so we've got ground almonds in there.
Ground almonds.
Yeah. We're going to put some coconut in, which is what peshwari naan is all about. So this is like the paste. The ground almond makes a paste. So I'm going to probably put this is how many grams is this? Let's work it out.
Hang on, can you turn around the back there?
150.
It says on there, resealable bag. Suppose you just cut it.
Where is the reseal? Oh God, there is. Is there? It's in there. I can't see it. I need my glasses. Anyway, I put half a bag in.
6 years of education.
Shush.
At uni
Right.
for that.
Okay, so there's half a bag. Are you quite finished? This is what these clips are for. I'm ignoring it. That's what they're for. Okay, so you've got sultanas. Okay.
Is that resealable?
No, this definitely isn't. This is Asda's own. So I'm going to put... Oh, I can smell the curry burning. Hang on. Always listen for your smells. So listen for your smells. Do you like that one?
Listen for your smells.
It's sticking. It wasn't burning. It's just sticking.
Right, keep an eye on your heat sources there, everyone.
Okay.
Lisa said, my kids like the West Indian food mostly. Not had much in the way of West Indian food. Well,
Please, after the lockdown, you can come down and do a cook-along. Right, okay, so they're starting to mush up a little bit, so let's put the lid back on.
You want to turn the heat down on that?
No, I'm keeping the heat high to make it down on purpose. Right, so you've got sultanas in. I think there's one missing ingredient.
Right, whoever's cooking along, check on that.
Make sure you check your cookies as well.
Check everything.
Check everything. Check your dal, check your cookies. Right, so I've got a big huge vat of sugar, I'm sorry. I forgot to get this out ready. So it's about a tablespoon of it, just to sweeten it a little bit. A couple of tablespoons of sugar.
And you say it's not a dessert?
It isn't. It's, you know what, because that'll be a spicy curry. That balances dead nice with that. Stop it. Goes really nice. Stop crying.
Yasmin's cookies are done. Yeah,
nice.
It's quite a quick, preparation, quick recipe.
So, right, to bind it together, we need another thing. Let's get is some cream.
Single, double.
Single most.
Sour.
If you've got double cream, you can use it, not sour.
So this is a.
So I've got single cream here.
Cream. What about milk?
No, because it's like no, I can't imagine milk would make a bit watery. Yeah, I think you need cream. Right. So I've got that was finishing off the other day's one. I've got another one there.
Sheila Rashid.
Hi Sheila, what time do you call this?
Sorry.
Okay. Right, so we just got the cream to make our paste. And that's just right. I'll probably get a bit more coconut into that, to be honest.
That's the smell coming off that is very potent now. Yasmin says peshwari naans defo seem a dessert regarding everything.
No, if you have it with a hot spicy curry, missus, I tell you, it's the best thing ever. Do a spicy curry and have a peshwari naan with it, you won't look back. I'm telling you, you will not look back. Okay. Put a bit more coconut in. Just felt as though it was lacking a bit of coconut. Okay. So this will make probably about 6 to 8. No, 6-ish, I reckon.
Do you put pistachio in there? Can you do pistachio?
We don't traditionally do pistachio. This has got ground almonds, coconut, sultanas. I might put some extra sultanas in. Just don't forget this is going to be spread out between naans.
Jasmine's never had a peshwari naan.
Oh, missus, you're missing out. Try it. Look back at the video later and give this a go. You're going to like this. Okay, right, let's get all these packets out of the way. The Tarka's nearly done. That's the naan doing.
So that's the sauce.
Okay, that's the paste. So we've got garlics ready and coriander ready with the garlic coriander naan. And we've got the naans left to go.
So these are, I'd say these are almost done.
Yeah.
Fozzie wants to show you the your naan dough.
I will in a minute. Let's just get this stuff. Now break down the tomato as much as you can. Okay? You're doing it with me. What are you trying to do? So, and the reason why I use these aluminium pans, people say, oh, you know, you can use that sort of pan, but it sticks really nicely, and you can break off that stickiness, and you know, you can break it down, and it all adds flavour to the pan, to the curry, I should say, to the sauce.
Saba said, you're right, peshwari is for hot curries.
Exactly.
But Wasila will disagree because she has hers with a cup of tea.
No, it's true. Dad was telling me this last night, even in Pakistan. Some people have peshwari with a cup of tea, and they think that's fine, and some people will have it with a hot curry. It's a personal choice. So Yasmin, you need to make one, have half with the hot curry, or make two, half with hot curry and half with a cup of tea. See which way you prefer.
I'll just have to add, it is not an arrestable offence to have your peshwari with tea.
No. It's a variation based breakfast will be.
Breakfast?
Like Frank, when you do Frank and tea.
Sheila Rashid says I prefer to eat it on its own.
Yeah, so that's like with a cup of tea by itself. Now I like it with curry. Oh, yeah. A really hot curry. And,
with a cup of tea?
Yeah, I just like it with a curry. I really,
what
really
about
like it with curry.
if you had curry, peshwari naan and tea at the same time? Breaking all the rules in one sitting.
I finished. Right. And now I had some of this coconut cream from when we made butter chicken, what's that? I can't remember. We made korma. So somebody has told me to add a little bit of this, and I'm going to give it a go, not right now, at the end, just to lift up the curry. So not a lot, I'm not going to use all of it.
Or use coconut?
Just to
what is that?
Flavour. The coconut cream that we used in the korma.
Hang on, Fozzie she made a noise. To describe something, here we go. Do that again. What will that coconut do?
It'll go.
Like a Fozzie's impression of a forklift truck.
It was. Yeah, lift it up a level.
Will lift it a level.
Okay. Right, we are nearly there now.
It will crank it up a notch.
Yes. tomatoes are broken down. What you want. Okay.
Would you like your towel?
Alright, I'm okay at the moment. I think I'll fix that up. Right, also what I'm going to do is while that's getting, I'm going to change my oven setting to grill setting and lift my tray up, because you're going to half do the thing on toor and half on the grill. I'll show you why after. Right, this is nearly done, so what I'm going to do now, probably could do with a few more minutes, but
You've changed your oven to grill setting to do the naans, to cook naans, right?
Yeah. Okay, so it's not in the oven. Right, I'm going to add the dal now. You could probably do a little bit longer with this, but let's go for it. Just because I want to get on with the naans now.
Oh yeah, so the curry is all done then.
Okay, so you add the dal.
Mixing the two together.
To that.
This is going to feed a lot of hungry people.
Yeah. A few people have already ordered this, trust me, off me. So this is definitely going out to a few people.
So mix the two together.
Right, now, sorry, I'm going to add a little bit of this.
What is that? What is that?
The coconut cream, high amount of
coconut cream.
Yeah. So I'm just going to add a bit of shaving to this and a bit extra ghee. So I'm going to leave a bit extra for the next time, yeah. So I've done what, an eighth of a packet. If you've got it in, you don't need to. I did say this 100 times, I have said this.
It does smell
very good. Really good. And I need a bit extra ghee. I don't know if I need extra ghee yet. Usually
no, I think it looks pretty rich.
You want it to be as rich as possible. Right, you know me, I can't help myself. I have to have garam masala in the curry. So I will add a bit of garam masala. That's just me. What I just do. So this is the ground garam masala. It's going in.
Tablespoon.
Yeah, a tablespoon. Oh, it smells so good that. Right, now I'm going to just check for salt. Put it on low gas.
Right, so that's going to simmer now. That's basically cooked, so.
That's more or less cooked now, but I'm just going to check for seasoning. Okay. That's so good. Let's just eat again. I don't know, it might tiny bit of salt, but I think it's actually quite good as it is. I'm going to add a little bit more water, it's quite thick. You know, don't think a dal can go quite thick. Always add a little bit of water to loosen it if you need to. Oh god, that tastes so good.
Well, it's high in protein, so it's very good for you. If you're on a diet or you're
I'm going to ignore Mr. Chowdhury.
No.
I'm adding an extra tablespoon. He's not eating it, okay. Let's finish that off.
People forget that the pulses are very high in protein.
Yeah.
You don't need to be eating meat 200 times a day.
Okay, so what do we need?
Do we add fresh coriander in it?
I am going to at the end. I will be. Just because I can't. Obviously, I'm going to use some coriander on the garlic. Actually, will we finish it off now? Can we finish it off now? We've added. I'm going to because I've got some out. To be honest, that's the reason why. Still a little bit thick for me, so I might add some water afterwards.
Well, that's done though.
Yeah. No, but it's quite thick paste, and it will thick. Dal, even if you leave it overnight in the fridge, will go very thick. So you really need to add a little bit of water, just a touch, just to loosen it when you need to. That is stunning. That is nice, isn't it?
Yeah, Fuzzy's added the basil.
Add the basil. Right, let's get the what on. That's the back cast.
So that's curry done. Now it's the naan soaked.
I've turned the dal off now. I've actually turned it off. I said, just let that. I put that ghee in. Just let that melt through. I might add a little bit of hot water later. I'll see how it thickens. But it tastes blooming good. I have to say that. Okay, so we're going to leave that there. Okay. Right, what we're going to do.
So that's Fuzzy's scran.
Scram.
Right, so you're making your naans now.
Mm-hmm. Just thought about something. Right, where is that? I'm going to move the dal out the way completely because we're going to use the back gas for the garlic. So I'm just going to take the dal completely out of my way. Let's move that out the way.
Well, what can you use instead of that?
A
Because
flat
these
frying pan.
A flat, just a normal frying pan.
Yeah.
But this is a traditional cooking utensil from India, Pakistan, or in the East actually, anywhere in the East.
Yeah.
So I've seen that used.
Right, the pan that I use the cumin, I've not washed it out, I've just taken the cumin out because it's got oil in it, so that's fine. So I'm going to do the garlic with that afterwards. But we're going to start with the peshwari.
Here's a question for you. Saba says that her husband told her that the word coriander comes from Coriander. Because it's at the end. Is that true?
No. Tell me, behave.
Actually,
that's very funny. That's actually very funny. Okay, so
coriander.
right, so you can see even in this one it has started to rise because it's so hot in here.
Coriander's a new Asian version of EastEnders.
So, but I'm going to use one that's fully risen, okay, because I don't want it to over. But even that's risen, you can see. It's risen quite well,
It
actually.
needs a bit more time, really.
So, no, but I know, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the...
Why do you leave it in the sun?
It's literally only there, it's fine. If I went into it, that would be fine to use. Well, because this one's like been sat there for 2 hours, we'll start with that one first.
We did watch the Asian version of EastEnders once. There was a pilot. It was called Eastern Enders. And you remember the first scene where there's a woman crying?
I'm making this up, by the way.
No, there's a woman crying next to her mum, and the mother says, "What's up? Why are you upset?"
Making this up.
And the girl says, "I've just found out that my husband is not my first cousin."
There's something wrong with you. Right. Okay.
It's true. This is how you make naans. Let's pause for a minute because
okay, right, peshwari naan. So sorry about my husband. Right, then what is hot? Okay, let's concentrate.
Can you use a wok?
No, you can't use a wok, a flat frying pan. I'll keep yourself laughing. Okay, right, so for the peshwari now, let's concentrate. We can roll out a big ball. Okay.
Coriander would be very dramatic scenes, long dramatic scenes.
Roll it out to a decent size.
So roll that out.
Okay, right, so what you need to do is get some of this paste, a decent amount.
That's a lot.
Seb, are you eating this stuff?
I'm just thinking that's quite a lot.
No, it's not, because it gets rolled out thin. Right, I'm putting more on purpose to wind him up. Don't need that much, actually. Let's go with that much. Okay, so if you look at this, what you do is flap it all over.
Oh, you're going to roll it out.
Thank you.
So you could use any real ingredient.
Ghee on. You see, you can't ghee on, for God's
yeah,
sake.
no, I'm thinking for a sweet version or a sweet version, you could use ice cream.
Something wrong with you, I swear that. Oh my God. Right, you can make it into your fancy shape. People do that oblong shape. You can do round, whatever you want to do. Right, so trying to keep the seam at the bottom, you'll see what I mean, and keep the smooth bit at the top. Okay, put it on the dough. Always keep the rough edges at the bottom, if you can, just to make it look tidier. Right. Oh, stop. Right, we're going to have to concentrate a little bit because we're using the grill as well now. Okay.
The grill.
So, and what I need is... Oh my God, what's wrong with you?
I'm gonna. Well, I think we should. We do a pilot series called Coriander.
I'm gonna put some ghee into a bowl. I'm just gonna melt it so I can brush that on top of the naans. Okay?
Yasmin's actually said, "Can you put the raspberry ripple in it?" I think you could do.
Do you think?
I think
you have it with a cup of tea, don't you?
I think you could if you did a. It'd be more like a cake naan, which has not been done before.
Do you think?
Yeah. Well, you're making it sweet anyway, isn't it?
The best naan ever. Peshwari, stop picking up the naan.
I always thought it was just a paste on the outside.
No. Right, so I've got melted ghee ready. Let's open this up because we're going to start steaming. Right, I'm actually going to leave my oven door open. Ignore that, just walk around it because the heat from the grill, it goes up. Just, it's very hot in there. Okay. You don't need to cook the top part too much because it will go under the grill as well.
They're very thick.
Okay. They're not very thick, it's normal size naans. Okay.
No, so I meant Umar and his friends.
Stop it. So I'm going to get 2 done quickly. So put 2 on this tray. Hang on, let's get the first one on. Let's put that one on there. The second one on. Very quickly since I got distracted by the husband. Focus, focus, focus. Okay, so put another filling in.
So fill it up, fold it over.
Fill it up. Over. Okay.
It's a pie.
Let me concentrate, don't you start distracting me.
It's very hot in here. It's 25 outside.
And the grill's
it's about 80 in here now.
It's really early because the oven door's just opened up and it's very hot. So I'll do 4 of these. Shall I do 2 of them and 2 of the garlic for now?
Yeah. So we know what we're doing with this one.
Okay.
Should we do one more? Which one are you doing now?
We're going to do the garlic. No, let those 2 go in the oven and we'll do the garlic next.
Garlic is coming up next. So these are pretty easy.
Yeah.
And you can freeze these.
Yeah.
What's in the flat pan?
What's in the flat pan?
What is the flat pan called? What is the flat pan called?
Tawa.
Can you spell
Tawa.
it?
T-A-W-A.
T-A-W-A.
W-A. Yeah.
Where would you get these from?
Asian supermarkets or online. A lot of places that are online, you can get hold of them online.
But you could use a very flat frying pan.
I have got a wider frying pan and I used to use a frying pan.
Not this one that's kind of bent out of shape. The reason why it's bent is Fozzie smacked me on the head with it
I was
once.
waiting for that one.
I got a few wallops.
Did you know? God.
See, Fozzie's got all the traditional stuff.
Right, listen. Not concentrate.
Rolling pin.
Right, they're not fully cooked yet, okay? But it's going to go under the grill. Okay, so we're going straight into the grill.
Could you do these on a barbecue?
Yeah, we did on the barbecue. Dad asked me yesterday about
you can do it outside.
On the barbecue.
Yeah, we'll do some
right,
barbecue.
We'll do the garlic one now. So the garlic one, I'm putting in the back gas.
Right, so you need to cook your garlic.
Well, I still cook my garlic. Although I think because it's going to get cooked under the grill anyway, but I'm going to just cook it anyway just to make sure.
Jasmine did that. She was actually thinking earlier. She was too polite to ask. I was thinking, who has been hit on the head with that frying pan? So I'm glad you noticed.
It was about 20 years old. The frying pan has probably gone through a lot in its life. Leave the poor frying pan alone.
No, she didn't. She didn't hit me with that. She
hit
me with this instead. It doesn't dent.
So cheeky.
So cook your garlic.
But keep one eye. I'm going to keep one eye on the grill as well because it's quite hot. This grill.
It's hot everywhere today. We're all enjoying the hot weather.
Okay. It's nearly there. 2 seconds more. Okay.
Thunderstorms in Casares. Ooh.
Whoa. They were expected rain here, by the way, Wednesday, you know, so he's not happy about this conversation.
Yeah, I took a week off.
And it's going to rain.
I took a random week off in June because I had to take some holidays.
I think it was kids' half-term holidays, I think something like that, I don't know.
And now everyone's saying it's going to rain. It's not going to rain. It's going to be nice. Right, the garlic is sautéing, as far as you would say.
Okay, I'm just going to turn the gas off. It just needs to start the cooking. I don't want it to burn though. And also, so they are done. Right, I'm going to put these straight over here.
They look pretty good.
Okay, and what we're going to do is brush that ghee. Remember I said there's ghee? Brush that over it. They are stunning. They are nice. How good do they look? Right, what we're going to do is put that other naan on this tray.
Sultanas says, just heard the thunder in Gibraltar. It must have been really hot the last couple of days there then for it to start thundering.
Right, so I've grabbed hold of this. What I've done is I'm going to get
So that's been cooking for a few minutes.
I haven't fully cooked the naan. Okay, it's like
The garlic,
3/4
I mean, the
cooked.
garlic.
Yeah, the garlic has. So I'm going to just brush the garlic. This is why if I put it on the toor, it'll probably go everywhere. Put it into the grill, it'll cook onto it nicely. Okay.
So the naans are partly cooked. Then you put your garlic and oil on.
These look really nice today. They look better than the other day, even. Ooh. So let's get these all organised. Just get everything ready for you.
Naans are pretty quick and easy. You can freeze them. For how long?
Oh, however, 1, 2 months, we will take about whatever we want to, isn't it? Oh wait, don't show this yet.
So that's your
Right,
garlic one.
this one up.
But it can be done in a frying pan.
So, I'm gonna put a little, so don't forget the naans are hot, 3/4 cooked. They're not fully cooked on the gas here because I'm going to finish them off on the grill. Okay, little garlic on there. So this tray's going in the oven, in the grill. Sorry. Okay, let's have a look. Right, what have we got then today? Let's have a look. So we've got naans. Actually, I need to put that. If you don't put naan straight on a plate, we'd always put a tea towel or something underneath it to
Why?
take the steam.
To absorb the water vapour that's coming out.
And
There's dessert.
it's not dessert, behave you. It isn't dessert. I'm just putting everything out so you can see it all properly now.
Why do you finish on the grill, Lisa said?
You know what? Because you don't want the garlic flying all over the dough and everywhere. So it's just nicer. It's just tidier.
But you could do it on
You could do the peshwari on here, yeah, but not the garlic. I wouldn't put the garlic on there. It gets very messy. And the burnt garlic juice, it goes everywhere. Right, so we have got. Let's have a look at this lot.
Suppose you're just getting her plating ready. That didn't take too long. That's
2
cooked
minutes.
quite nicely. That. Now you know they're definitely done.
So if I put that on there, what have we got? We've got peshwari, we've got garlic. Right, have a little look at that. And on the garlic, you can throw some coriander on. That's what people do. Okay. So you've got garlic, coriander, you've got curry, it's all done. Or you've got cookies,
A big stack.
a big stack of cookies, and you've got your dessert peshwari naans. All done and dusted. Hope you've had a very fun-filled cook-along today. Hopefully see you next week, guys. Enjoy barbecuing, enjoy the hot weather, enjoy the park, whatever everybody else is doing.
What are you going to do next time?
Do you know what? I haven't decided. So ping me ideas. Everybody give me an idea. I kind of do know what I want to do, but it's always good to get ideas from you guys as well. So whatever you want to learn, let me know. Yeah. See you next week. Say bye, Mr. Chowdhury.
Bye-bye, Mr. Chowdhury. Fawzia has accepted Peshwari Naan is a dessert. Yes, she has. She knows it is now.
Who said that?
Yasmin. Goodbye, everyone.
Say bye.